她是美的化身，万千少女的梦想。她是亲善大使，爱心周游世界。每一年的环球小姐选举都竞争激烈，高潮迭起。在这五光十色的背后，不管是主办者还是参赛佳丽，都清楚地知道他们在经营一项事业，一项美丽的事业。
各位观众，我是靳禹锡。想知道地球上最美丽的人是怎么选出来的吗？今天我就带你到世界级选美大会的台前幕后看看，了解一下它的历史，还请一位环球小姐谈谈最美丽的人的责任和任务。
在美国，选美历史悠久，花样繁多。40年代的挂历女郎大比拼和50年代的丰盈美女秀都曾经轰动一时。家庭妇女、儿童，甚至身体的某一部位，像背，都有自己的选美活动。回顾选美的发展轨迹，不难发现它和泳装设计有着惊人的相似，裸露尺度都是不断放宽。今天的选美活动有地区、国家和国际3个级别，遵守严格的商业操作。世界上3大选美赛事：环球小姐、美国小姐、少女美国小姐，同属美国 NBC 电视网和超级富豪 Donald Trump 旗下。管理这3项赛事的环球小姐组织有一位漂亮的女负责人，她就是 Paula Sugat。
Can you please give us a little brief history of the pageant?
Sure. It's amazing to see. When we started 52 years ago, it was a little beauty pageant started by Catalina Swimwear. Really, I don't think they had any idea what the vision would be. It was just going to be, it was something done in California, and it's grown for an organization about empowering women, about giving women a voice, and really being run by women now. So it's really a worldwide, we broadcast to 150 countries.
Wait, just a second. You mean Miss Universe did not start off as Miss Universe, but it was with a swimwear company?
I think probably Catalina Swimwear was about the swimsuit competition, and it was really it was just a little show. And then it grew and grew, and it's where it is today over 5 decades.
Do you think that men dictates beauty in women?
Good question. I think men certainly appreciate beauty in women, but I really think, and you can probably attest to this, that women really are probably the connoisseurs of beauty, just in terms of dictating what the tastes are in society, the fashion magazine, what is hot or what is the current trend. I think women probably pay more attention to it than men do. Men pay attention, but they don't necessarily know why.
Some people think that pageants are sort of demeaning to women. What do you think?
I absolutely disagree. Civilization has been celebrating beauty since the beginning of time, so I don't think that there is anything wrong with that. But then I look at a former Miss Universe, Irene Sayas, who was from Venezuela. She was able to do so much with her title. She was the mayor of Caracas twice, the governor of Margarita Island. She ran in the last presidential election. It was just Irene and the current president of Venezuela. That's not fluff. These are women that are very well driven. We help with that. So I'm very proud of what we do. I'm very proud it's an organization that really benefits women.
Now, what do you think Miss Universe symbolizes?
First of all, I think she's the modern woman. Miss Universe is not someone to put up on the pedestal that has been an absolute angel. She's a human being, somebody that is very sure of herself, somebody that is able to be confident and really have a good heart that she can share with other people. And it's somebody, and at a very, very young age, you're asking a lot of someone to be that confident. 6 years ago, Miss Universe became an official spokesperson for HIV/AIDS awareness. And we have really, every year, grown with our voice, and we've had some great spokespeople.
不管你对选美怎么看， 每一位参加选美的姑娘对比赛的态度都是再认真不过了。为了能赢得桂冠，她们要严格训练自己的身材、形象和嗓音。作为资深电视人 ，Paula 制作奥斯卡颁奖礼和环球小姐总决赛有20年的历史了。对她来说，80几个初出茅庐的年轻姑娘，比起几百位好莱坞大牌明星来说更难应付。
And the difference between the Oscar and Miss Universe?
The Miss Universe is much more stressful for me than the Oscars were. The Oscars were one show. We came in and we knew every year it was going to be in Hollywood, and it was always the same people.
Yeah.
With Miss Universe, every year you're going into a host country and you have a host committee. I don't think they really know what's coming. There's no way you can explain 85 women are coming in and all their families and friends and 1,000 credentialed media, and until you actually have lived it, you don't know what to expect. So it's a huge, huge event.
So I know the show, a live show like that is very, very stressful. Do they get along?
Well, 80-some-odd women, I'm sure some don't get along. I'm sure they'll all tell you they get along. But, you know, it's 80 people in one location. And again, the second they get there, they're going to events every night. So everybody's tired. I think some people get along more than others. I hear cat fight stories, which the press love to always grab onto and say that people are fighting. Overall, I think they all do a really, really pretty good job about getting along, but I'm sure they're not all best friends.
Then the rehearsals will take place, right?
Oh, yes. We have, they rehearse probably 6 hours a day at minimum, and between videotaping and the events and making personal appearances and the media. So
I have seen how they work. I remember these girls were really under stress all the time. I don't know how I really don't know how they do it.
they're young. They do it. I am amazed. But last year we had a couple of days that were really, really busy, and we were shooting all night on the Panama Canal.
Connecting the Atlantic to the Pacific Ocean, the Panama Canal.
And to stop traffic on the Panama Canal, that's a big
Whoa.
undertaking for any show. They had such spirit and grace, and you know what an all-night shoot can be like, and they were so tired, and then they had to come back. They had 2 hours to sleep, and they were immediately into rehearsal. I realized, okay, well, they're young, that's why they can do this, but for them, I think it's such a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that they all want to make the most of it, so they don't want to waste time sleeping.
接下来，2004年度的环球小姐会闪亮登场，还有她赢得桂冠后的经历。2004年，21岁的 Jennifer Hawkins 参加了环球小姐选举，在此之前，她还从来没有离开过老家澳大利亚。一下子站在世界级选美大会的舞台上，让 Jennifer 受宠若惊。不过，还有更让她想不到的呢。
Okay, if for any reason the new Miss Universe cannot fulfill her duties, the first runner-up will take over. Ladies, best of luck to you.
Good luck. Okay, here we go. The first runner-up is USA.
And the winner, Universe 2004, Australia.
Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, the new Miss Universe.
Oh! The Thunder from down under.
What a moment.
I love it.
I love it.
Jennifer, have you always wanted to be a beauty queen?
Not necessarily a beauty queen. I was in the modelling industry and I wanted to get some more exposure. That's why I entered Miss Australia, because obviously Miss Australia would get exposure within Australia. I didn't realise it was connected to Miss Universe, and then went off to Ecuador. And for me personally, I wanted to go to Ecuador for a holiday.
For Miss Universe pageant, did you do a lot of preparation?
I did a lot with sort of interviewing. I practiced, interviewing, but not a whole lot. The main thing I did was exercise. Just prepare my body, yeah.
Your body, oh. But what was the most stressful part about the competition?
I think the last week, everyone was tired, everyone had been doing events, and then they come to rehearsals, and I think everyone was just sort of stressed out and it was coming to an end.
But then how did you keep yourself so poised and so calm?
I was just like all the rest. I just got a little bit emotional sometimes because, I mean, you're in this place for 3 weeks with the same girls and it gets a little bit stressful. But no, I just kept in contact with my family and they gave me support, and I think that's the main thing, maybe.
环球小姐总决赛当晚绝对是万众瞩目，这一点我们的羽西可以作证，因为她曾经在1988年和2002年2次作为裁判参加了在新加坡、
Republic of China. Please welcome Yue-Sai
和波多黎各举行的总决赛。
I was a judge of Miss Universe twice. Now tell me, how are judges picked?
Well, you were an easy pick for us. Obviously, we wanted an expert on beauty, and you were obviously one of we were so happy when you said you'd be available and able to come. It's really somebody that's very recognized, someone that is a good role model for women, and we thought you were an easy candidate for us because. And you were actually, I saw your scores, I thought you were a very good judge.
The most difficult judge is really the last 15.
Absolutely.
They're so beautiful, all of them are so stunning. Getting rid of the others are very, very simple. But the last 15, and particularly the last 3 and last 5, very difficult to judge.
I don't think people realize the amount of pressure that are on you as a judge because literally you're changing somebody's life forever.
Do you think there is something called a universal beauty?
I do think universal beauty is what you find inside. That's the only thing that people have in common. If you look at all of the last few years, at least since I've been with the pageant, we've had a variety of winners. We had a Miss Universe from Botswana, one from Trinidad. We've had Puerto Rico, India. Every one of the women were completely different. But if you look, the one thing that they all seemed to have was this heart and soul. And
there's a special, I cannot explain. The winner always has this very special spirit about her. It's captivating.
She has it.
Yeah.
You cannot describe what it is, but it's probably that universal beauty.
Yeah. What do you think makes a woman beautiful?
I think everyone has a concept of beauty in their own mind. I think every woman's beautiful in their own little way. Somebody might like have great hair, or they have different aspects of beauty. I think the one thing that makes someone beautiful is confidence. If you have confidence, then any woman's beautiful. You see a lady walking down the street, she's got a great set of shoes on and she feels great with herself, and you go, wow, she looks great. She's sexy, she's confident and beautiful.
正是 Jennifer 的自信心，让她在众多佳丽当中脱颖而出，赢得了裁判的欢心。
What did you think you do to differentiate yourself from others?
I really don't know what I did different to the other girls. I just went in like all the other girls and went at it with my own personal style, my own personality, and that's just what come off. And I went in there and I didn't just go for the winning. Maybe that's it. I went in to meet other girls and make friendships, and I had fun with it.
During the entire pageant, at what point were you most nervous?
The question, because I didn't think I was going to be there, so I'm like, oh, I can't believe I'm going to speak in front of millions of people watching on television, my family, everything.
All right, this is from Amelia Vega, Miss Universe 2003. If you could choose what time period to be born and what sex to be, what would you choose and why?
I'd have to say that this time period, because we have as much freedom as we want, and I choose the sex of female because females have a lot of say in today's society. So I'd say this century, today.
Thank you. Australia.
That was the most nerve-wracking, but also the time before they called the top 15, I couldn't believe it. I didn't know that whether I was or wasn't, so I was a little bit nervous but more excited then, but so nervous when they asked me that question.
What did you learn from all that intensity? Was there a moment that you were really scared, and how did you overcome that?
Yeah, I think from the question, like I was very nervous with that, and somebody, my designer, she actually taught me something to just take a deep breath beforehand and then just be yourself and relax. Because otherwise, I would have just tensed up and just been like, mind. You know, when you get a mind blank, and that's the only thing that I was really nervous about is if I'd get a mind blank, or if and people would think that you couldn't speak, and like when you can, but it's just when you're on stage in front of everyone. I was like, what if I can't? But then I did. I took the breath before. You can see it on television. I go, and then I say the question, the answer. So yeah.
Jennifer 从来没想过会进前5名，更不用说赢得环球小姐桂冠了。
The moment came, and you were Miss Universe. How did you feel?
I wasn't expecting it, and I'm totally honest when I say that. I thought maybe top 15, and then when it kept going, top 10, top 5, and then, you know, kept counting down, I thought my name would get read out as a runner-up. And then when it got read out for Miss Universe, I had mixed emotion. I was happy, but then again, I was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to see my family. I just wanted to get in contact with them because it hadn't been shown in Australia, and it was sort of on a delay. So it wouldn't have been shown there for 4 days. So I'm like, they don't even know that I'm Miss Universe. So I just wanted to get in contact with them.
环球小姐绝不只是个美丽的头衔，从加冕的那天起，她就要开始履行爱心大使的全部义务。在接下来的12个月里 ，Jennifer 要到世界各地会见政要名流，还要为艾滋病人筹款，向大众传播预防知识。表面上看起来风光无限，其中的辛苦，环球小姐组织主席 Paula Sugar 最清楚。
It's a tough job. I think you have to realize that for a year she will not sleep. What's unique about Miss Universe more than any other pageant is the moment she is crowned, she does not go home. And she flies to New York and moves into an apartment and really becomes
your star.
Yes,
actually.
She's one of those 26 people. And so she has to say goodbye to her family and friends, and it's a special person that can handle that. And for a year of her life, whatever she was doing, school, anything else, is put on hold. And as a very, very beautiful woman, she has the spotlight. And she's able to take that spotlight and do great things with it. She's able to enhance her own personal goals, but also, as I was mentioning before, being a spokesperson for people to be able to share that spotlight. And it's a special person that can do that.
Now tell me, as the reigning Miss Universe, what is the most difficult aspect of your work?
One, I think not seeing your family. A lot of the time, you don't see them much at all during the year. Two, you're living out of a suitcase a lot of the time. You're not, I'm based in New York, but really I'm here to sleep and sort of repack and go again. Three, when I first became Miss Universe, I wasn't really familiar with speaking in front of 1,000 people or 100 people, so the whole public speaking thing was a challenge to me, but it's gotten easier as I've gotten along, so I'm comfortable with it now. Another thing is also seeing a lot of sick people and dealing with that, because I hadn't done it before. I hadn't done charity work before, and it's very emotional. You're on highs, you go to events that are really, really fun, and then you'll go see a person that has been affected by AIDS, and it's just like, I can't believe that I'm going glitz and glam, and then you go see these people. Or for instance, in India, I went to the slums there, and just a lot of them are happy, and they're just in these slums, whereas we live in these great houses, and it just opens your eyes a lot. I'm more worldly now that I've become Miss Universe.
Who are some of the most impressive people you've met?
Oh, there's been so many people. Just to people that aren't famous, like as in the people that have. There was a couple of people, one, a little girl named Bua. She had contracted AIDS, and she was a very positive little girl. She was very, very shy, and she thought that I didn't want to touch her because she had AIDS. But she's very positive in the way that she wanted to keep going in life, and she was very inspirational to me. And
接下来，第一个被炒鱿鱼的环球小姐是谁？又是为什么呢？2002年，环球小姐组委会因为俄罗斯小姐 Oksana Fedorova 不能履行义务而罢免了她的冠军头衔。这在环球小姐选美50多年的历史上还是头一次。亚军巴拿马小姐代替了她的位置。
Have you had any disaster, Miss Universes?
Yes, there have been probably a couple over the years, and we have once in our history actually let a Miss Universe go. It's a very, very serious job. You have to be available. World AIDS Day is a very, very big day, so you have to be available to make those appearances. So it's special person that can do it.
家人的支持是2004年度环球小姐 Jennifer Hawkins 的最大安慰，也是她继续工作下去的动力。在成为环球小姐的第3个月 ，Jennifer 才第一次回到老家澳大利亚同家人团聚。
Who has been the greatest influence in your life?
I'd have to say overall my family, but mainly the two people that have been most influential are my parents. They've been married for 30 years, very happy people. They've worked their whole life, and they bring me up and they tell me to strive for something. If you want something, strive for it, and if you don't do it, then it's okay as long as you tried your hardest.
You've been back to Australia since you became Miss Universe,
Yes.
right? So what was it like going home?
That was one of the things that completely shocked me, and it will stick in my mind for a long time, is that on my homecoming, I walked through the airport and people were like turning and looking at me and whispering, and that was the one thing that I was just like, wow, people know who I am, and it was my home country. Just completely surreal to me.
So what did you do when you got home?
Oh, I did a lot of events. I met the Prime Minister, I met a lot of Olympic champions, like Australian swimmers. They just come back from the Olympics. Also went to a children's hospital, which was great. Just to be, I do it all over the world, but to do it in my country was great. They were all so happy to see me. I took photos and spoke to them and just took time out to see these children.
Are guys more intimidated now?
Yeah.
When you got home, for example, you saw all these.
It's funny, like before, I thought they would be more come on stronger, but they would a lot more look, but they'd be like more intimidated and be like, come up and say, oh, can I have a photo please? Like be really shy and timid. I'm like, yeah, come and have a photo.
Did your old friends treat you differently?
No. That's a good thing that I really thought was really special. My friends were just like, nah, it's just Jen. So I like that.
Just Jen.
Yeah.
Do you have a boyfriend?
I do have a boyfriend, but it's really hard. That's one thing that's really hard, is to keep a relationship like that. We've been going along, we keep in contact and stuff, but I haven't seen him. So hopefully when I go back in April, I can see him.
Wow, that's hard.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll be so intimidated by you.
Hope not.
What do you want to do after your reign?
I have always wanted to get into television and never thought I could, and Miss Universe has given me the chance to. I signed a contract for Australian television, so I'll be doing a show there, Great Outdoors. I've already actually started with them.
Do you have a favorite Miss Universe?
Yes, but I'm not going to say.
I'll
get those cards and letters. No, I really appreciate all of them for what they bring. And it's so exciting for me after the year to see how they've changed, how we've been able to help them. I really feel that it's somebody, again, going back to that heart, someone that you can communicate with. I have seen Lara Datta from India. She could just walk into a room and you couldn't help but look at her. She would walk into a room and not say a word.
They're gorgeous, first of all, Paula.
But she was just so captivating, and then she would talk to you, and a room full of people, every person that had a conversation with her knew that they had a one-on-one conversation with her.
They say that you're a girl from down under who rose to the top. How has this experience changed you?
It's changed me in every way. I mean, I was just modelling in Australia and just doing my usual day thing, and now I'm in international spotlight. It's totally just mind-blowing, and I look back on the year and it's been such a great year. I've got video footage of everything so that I can remember it forever. It's been unreal. I've worked with a great organisation, Miss Universe organisation. They've been like a second family. Completely everything changes. I mean, you're not in your home country, but I love it. I like it.
Thank you, Jennifer, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
环球小姐在1年的任期里，要飞来飞去参加各种各样的活动，虽然很忙碌，但是能有机会给世界各地的人民带来无限的欢乐和安慰，我想辛苦是值得的。好，今天的节目到此为止，再见。